Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you have not yet subscribed to the Robdons, we want to encourage you to go ahead and like and of course subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about getting your teacher qualification inside of the United Kingdom. All right. And so I want to talk to you about the process for doing that. All right. So just start off by telling you what this is. It's actually called your qualified teacher status, which is called QTS. Of course, it is the legal requirement to teach in many English schools, especially public schools. And of course, it's considered a desirable for teachers in a majority of the schools in England. So once you left Jamaica, or another country, third world country, and you're coming here to teach, you might need a QTS. Of course, if you are already living in England, you would need to go to get a QTS as well. If you are in the United States and you decide to migrate, you will also need a QTS. But the process might be slightly different um, for for you depending on where you're actually coming from. But today I want to talk about it from the context of someone migrating from perhaps Jamaica with the intention of teaching inside of the United Kingdom. So you're going to need a QTS. Now, first up, there are different ways how you can acquire QTS, and people have gone through some difficult route to get their QTS. I believe that I do know a shorter way and a simpler way for one to acquire a QTS. All right. So I'm going to take you through the process on this video, and of course, wish you all the best if you are migrating to England or you're living in England and you're trying to get your QTS. All right. First up, I did get my QTS in the first 2 months of teaching. So yeah, that's a myth that you have to wait here for 2 years or for a long extensive period before you can actually get your QTS alone. What I want to do is come with me now. Let me go ahead and walk you through the process that I went through. All right. So first up, you can apply first of all to Scotland. All right, you can apply to Scotland to gain their teacher qualification, and then after you apply, you can then apply to get your QTS in England. So come with me. Let me walk you through the process. All right, so go to their website. All right, so the website here is the General Teaching Council of London. And to get there, you just need to go to www.gtcs.org.uk. And we're going to put the link inside the description so you can actually go there. All right. And of course, it will tell you all that you need to do in becoming a teacher. Now, what you're actually looking for, you're looking for the checklist that you're going to need if you are not, or if you were not awarded a teacher status in England or right in England or in Wales. So that's anybody, or they used to call it the rest of the world. So it's anybody who desires to get teacher qualification in Scotland, right? And um, and to teach inside of the United Kingdom. So you might be asking, why am I trying to apply for a teaching qualification in Scotland when I'm actually trying to teach in England? That's because after you get this qualification, you are then able to apply for the QTS in England, which is going to save you a whole heap of money. All right, it's going to save you a lot of money and also a lot of time. So let's go through the process. Once you go there, so notice it is qualified outside of Scotland, right? And that also include outside of England and outside of Wales. So we're going to look at the checklist that you're actually going to need, right? You need to know all of this before you actually start the application process. So one, teacher employment details, all right? So that means you have to have a job. You must actually be teaching inside of the United Kingdom. All right. And of course, they're going to ask you some information like what subject you're teaching, what are you certified to teach, all of that kind of information. Who's going to be your supervisor, your line manager, all of that is important. Now, this part is very important. You only need referee's detail, right? If you are still on probation. Remember, I told you that I got mine when I was still on probation. All right, I got it within 2 months, 2 months of being inside of the United Kingdom. So if you're still on induction, you're gonna have to get referees detail. All right. And so this is going to be your present line managers. That might be a head of department, or it might be the deputy head teacher, anybody in leadership who basically supervises you at the school that you're at now. You're also going to need one from a school that you have actually taught before. So if you're coming from Jamaica, right, you know how to get the head of department there, or grade coordinator, or your principal to write one for you. Okay. Once you have gotten this, yeah, you're going to move to the next part. You need the original teacher qualification certificate. So that is your degree in whatever area you have studied before. It's very important that it is a bachelor in education. That is, or it needs to be something that points to education. So it's not just any degree. There must be something that says you have actually taught before. Okay. Then the next thing that you're going to need is your birth certificate. If you have already been in England and have acquired a driver's license or some form of utility bill, you can also use that as well. You're going to need, the personal details page inside of your passport. So you just hold your passport up, scan that part, and you're going to need that as well. You need official documentation confirming the age range and subjects you are qualified to teach. Now, this might be a letter. In my case, I simply applied to UWI to write a letter to me. To this organization. And they should say that I am qualified to teach between ages 12 and 18, whatever it is for you. You could also apply to whichever institution you went to, all right? And that would work, all right? Next, you are going to need your undergraduate degree certificate. All right, so I know I said your degree earlier. So I know in Jamaica they're trying to have this JTC. In Jamaica, you can actually be registered as a teacher, all right, with the Jamaica Teaching Council, and that's also by law, right? And you do get a certificate. So in my case, I submitted that as well, and I submitted my degree. So if you're still in Jamaica, you can apply for that. If you're overseas and you still want that, you can reach out to the Jamaica Teaching Council. I think I still have an email address for someone there, so you can always send me a private message or comment below, and then I could probably reach out to you and let you know how you can connect with them. You are going to need an official transcript of your undergraduate degree. So wherever you study, you need to make sure that you have that. All right, if you had any name change, for example, you got married and your name is now hyphenated, or you did a depol, any of those, you will need that information here. And of course, that's if it's applicable. Now, if you have been living in Jamaica all your life, of course, you will need to get this. But anywhere, I think it's right here, it says anywhere you have spent more than 3 months consecutively outside of the UK. All right, so you want to make sure to get that. In my case, I had spent about 2.5 years living in America. I was teaching there, and of course, I am Jamaican, so I had to get an FBI background check in America, and then I had to get a police record from Jamaica, and then I had to get a police record from here as well inside the UK, even though I just came. So I know it's going to sound foolish, like when I just come here. So what we could actually do, well, you have to go do it when you get here as well. And I think you'll have to do one before you actually get your job when you get here in the UK as well. All right. This says if applicable, but in my case, I had to do it. I don't know why. I had to pay for this. to do. So it's very important that you check out if you need it. So it says all applicants are required to be a member of the Disclosure Scotland Protection of Vulnerable Group schemes. So I think the scheme now is just to disclose if you have violated children or, just, yeah, it's all about safeguarding. One thing I must tell you, England is big on safeguarding, so you want to make sure that you do that. You'll pay for that as well. I don't remember what the cost is, but you can actually find that out. No, it's not a lot. All right. Next, you have official certified translation of all documentation, not in English. So let's say you did a degree outside of an English-speaking country, maybe in Spain or a Spanish-speaking country, you will have to have this officially translated. Once you have done that, you're going to come here and start your application on this. Now, once you have completed and submitted everything that they want, if it is that you have not yet completed the induction period, they are going to reach out to the institution. I think they'll send you a form that you need to give to the institution to complete and send back to them. In my case, that's what I had to do. But if you have already gone past this period, then they will not need to reach out to your institution. Once again, if you have not yet completed the induction period, you will need to get one from the current place that you're employed, so the school in England that you're employed, and 2 from a school that you have recently taught. So that's maybe where you're coming from in Jamaica. Also know that you might be able to get one from a lecturer. So let me just look at where you might need to get. So notice they say has to be a senior member of staff, head teacher, principal, acting deputy head of principal, or head of department. Very important. All right, so in the interest of time, once you have completed all of this, they are going to reach out to you and let you know if you have been approved. Right? I think it takes about 2 weeks. For me, it was about 2 weeks. Once I got it, they sent me my certificate that I am now a certified teacher in Scotland. Next thing I did was to go to the UK website, which is www.gov.uk, and we go to qualified teacher status. All right, once we get to this particular point, you're going to go down to the area that suits you. So this says teachers train or recognize in Northern Ireland or Scotland. So Scotland would have already approved you as a teacher. So now all you need to do is to come here and apply for your QTS. Once you apply for this, it's going to be free. You pay no money. I think the overall process I paid was 150 something pounds, and that was getting that through Scotland, right? If you were to do it any other way, you would have to pay some £3,000, I think. I've not gone through the process, but I've heard other persons speak about it. You have to pay some money, and plus you have to pay for the classes, I guess. And of course, get appraised, and it take a while before you actually get approved. You have to do exam, and if you never pass maths, you have to actually pass maths. This sort of save you of all that process. Once Scotland approve you, all you need to do is come right here and apply for it. And in 7 days, I got my QTS and was a qualified trained teacher right here in America, in the UK. All right. So that's very important that you actually do this. You need it. Why? Because if you don't, you're going to be paid as an unqualified teacher. And so you want to complete this so that you can get on the major scale and start progressing. All right, so that's it for me. Go ahead and remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share, and of course, tell somebody who is coming to England or is in England and is trying to sort out their QTS. Of course, you can comment and let us know how this video have actually helped you. You can also tell us other topics or anything else that you are doing. If you are settling as a teacher in the UK and you want some more information, you can let us know. And of course, I'll be happy to do the video for you. All right. Thank you.